Stadium, a big moment for them. There they are from fullback. Let's go through them. In skip, then it's Humrick, then it's Zara Armstrong Faflick. Ning is the 5'8", Field is the half. Middle Bosch is one front rower. Gabriel is the other front rower. He's the captain. St Clair is the hooker. Then it's York, Crockett and Willis at the back of the scrum. They're coached by G. Lenton. Here's Keebra Park, State High. Palm Beach, they come down the tunnel. Great Western is their most famous son, I would say. We saw him back in the 91 competition of the Commonwealth Bank Cup. Here's the team for you today. From fullback it's Egan. Then it's Appo, Ingle, Rickson, Cole. Then Aiken is the 5'8", McDermott the half. Snip and Stack the front rowers. Taylor the captain in 9. Then the Degiovanni and Stack in 10 and 11. Then it's Smith and Fox. And this is how they look today from fullback Palm Beach Currumbin. It's Egan, Appo, Ingle, Rickson, Cole. The 5'8" is Aiken, then it's McDermott the half. Snip and Stack are the front rowers. Taylor is the captain. Then at 11 it's Digiovanni, Smith, and at the back of the scrum is Fox. Referee for today's Commonwealth Bank Cup clash is Mr. Peter Betros. We're underway. Palm Beach Currumbin running from left to right as you see it. Keebra Park from right to left. And already Keebra Park start to work outside of 20, their 20-metre line. Penalty straight away. Referee saw something in that, probably trying to install his authority fairly early in this game. Of course, the District Development Officer the Gold Coast Seagulls is Billy Johnston, the former Bulldog and Seagull. And it's good to have you here today, Billy, and two good schools.
Yeah, two terrific schools in our district, Mark, and I'm looking forward to a very good game of football.
So, Keebra Park taking it forward, making the hard yards as the 11. This is Jim York, he's got the headgear on. Bustling run takes them to the halfway, and already Keebra Park dominating the early minutes, but Palm Beach Currumbin haven't had a step. They move it wide through their 5'8". Oh, good tackle from the opposition. His name's Carl Rickson. He took him ball and all his opposite, who was Armstrong. Keebra Park now running away. It went through Gabriel, the captain. He got it away then for Crockett. He'll play it. 30 metres out now from the Palm Beach line. A kick in. He should find the line. He does so. 10 out from Palm Beach Currumbin line. They've had about 6 tackles, and now they're up 10 metres out from the Palm Beach Currumbin line. Very good start, Keebra Park.
Park play a very disciplined brand of football, and you'll find them working out of their own half and putting good long kick compliments of Scotty Zara in.
Keebra Park. See number 15 out there for Keebra Park. It should be Andrew Hall, I would imagine. Going down up to 15.
He's playing on the wing at the moment, Mark, and I just have to pick up who he's replaced.
So Palm Beach Currumbin working towards the 30-metre line, and this is Digiovanni. Gets up and plays it. Now they work a wide blind side through Stack, and Stack takes it forward. Defence is good and strong. Last tackle signal by the referee. Torpedo punt from Aiken. Sends back the winger. This is in jumper number 5. I believe is Faflick. Keebra Park, crunching tackle over the top from Smith. Gee, it was good work too, and I believe young Smith going on the bigger and better things for Palm Beach. Here it is again. Took it up and he just took the man ball and all. It was a good solid hit.
Here's a Seagull scholarship holder, Mark, and he played for Queensland in the under-15 age bracket 2 years ago.
So, last tackle. Goes back, clearing kick, good chase. And now it's up to Palm Beach Currumbin. The winger takes it. This is Cole. Cole beats the first. He can't beat the second. He's put down. The defender came again then in the form of Faflick and made the extra numbers. So now they move 10 metres short of halfway, and the dummy half on this occasion is Taylor, the captain. He feeds a very wide blind side. Takes the tackle. This is Jared Fox. halfway and Palm Beach Currumbin. The dummy half, or rather the halfback, he dummied and then showed it inside. And Glenn Stack took it forward. Now they move it wide through the 5'8" icon. A good ball, there's Drive. Jefferson, well that's kick the tap really. A good tackle that occasion, Armstrong. And we saw the opposite happen in the opening 6 tackles. And this game already has stamped with a lot of class, Billy Johnston.
Yeah, in the opening minutes, Mark, we're seeing a bit of an arm rush of both sides working out their own 22 and then putting in good long kicks. Got a good chasing game on the end of it. I think we're settling in for a very good game of football.
So, Keebra Park stayed high. Big John Gabriel, the captain, he's lost it. There was 4 defenders there. Keebra Park. Referee has got him, pinched him for stealing the football. We'll have a look and see it to the Commonwealth Bank. Here it is, Billy Johnston.
Yeah, I think you'll find that John Stick, the front row, might have just had a hand in the ball there. Pretty good decision by the referee.
The restart. Taking it forward strongly. Here's Middle Bosch. Leading the open side for York, and York driven. Good defence, Palm Beach. 3 defenders there. Meeting him on the advantage line. They work across field now. And again, working heavily in the opening minutes is Big Gabriel. And again, Keebra Park looking very dangerous on the fringe of the rucks. St Clair from dummy half. They move it now through field. Across field through Ning. He picks up a big shot at 3-quarter. Who gets away from 1 and 2, Zara. They're looking for a quick play the ball. They keep the wrap on. Ning, the 5'8" with a headgear on. The ball probably could have been taken, Billy Johnston, and that was really good football.
Yeah, Scotty Zara really hit the hole, but the feature of that set of 6 point Keebra Park had their ability to keep the ball alive.
There it is again for the Commonwealth Bank. Now Palm Beach. Sustained pressure from Keebra Park. Palm Beach have been equal to the task. Now they get a penalty. A chance to take some of this enormous pressure off.
Yeah, both sides have shown a willingness to move the ball, which surprises me because I thought they'd be playing a fair bit of safety first football in this first 15 or 20 minutes. But they're moving the ball around, and it's a fairly good open game at this stage.
So there's the penalties, 2-1 game with Keebra Park. Another restart. Really good job there. Followed that forward. The quick start for their side. Stack takes it forward, slammed to the ground by Jim York for Keebra Park. Comes across the open, switches the blind for Taylor. Queensland City under-17s representative in 93. Palm Beach Currumbin, they're on the launching pad. Now they move it through their second row of Di Giovanni. A good pace ball that went astray. In fact, it probably wasn't all that good, but now the winger, Appo. Probably more a fact that these outside centres mistimed their run. Into dummy half goes Appo. Now for the centre, this is Rickson. Rickson puts it high in the air, it's coming down, a little bit of pressure, he takes it fine. We'll come back for the 20-metre tap.
Yeah, not so much pressure that time, Mark, from the Palm Beach Currumbin boys. They're just they're very reluctant to follow the kick, and not so much pressure on the fullback. He took it easily, and Brad Inskip got away with that with no worries.
Keebra Park. York struggling with defenders. He beat the first tackler. He couldn't get through the second. From dummy half they go this time, and this is the number 8, Middle Bosch. He plays it 4 metres over Palm Beach side of halfway. Now a chance for them through Zara. Struggling with the defence. Eventually takes the tackle. Ning with the football, the blue headgeared 5'8". Now the half-back field. Weaving and ducking and trying to get between defenders. Back again now for Zara. He puts the kick in. Will he find the line? The 5'8" does well. He really was balancing on one leg and threw a ball back inside. And here it is again. There it is. He does his best and showed pretty good skills too there, Daniel Cole.
And Brad Egan on the inside there took it, and And I would expect to see Brad Egan run that ball back very well today. He's a Queensland under-15 representative in 1992.
Of course, as you mentioned to me before we went to air, Billy, Rod Patterson, the coach for Palm Beach Currumbin, was a member of the first ever Australian schoolboys back in 1972, and you would have known a few blokes that went away on that memorable journey. I'll come back to you. Here's a chance now for the centre, Ingle. They're keeping the ball alive now, Palm Beach Currumbin, through McDermott. McDermott looks for support. He finds it in his 5'8", and this time he goes upfield. Icon, he goes over the 30. He looks inside and finds Appo. Appo to the 20-metre line. Brought to ground on the last tackle. Palm Beach Currumbin really turning up the heat now. They move it wide through the hands of Snap. He finds support in the lock forward, Fox. Fox brought to ground, turnover, and now we've got a ball game. Both these two schools are really playing a top brand of schoolboy rugby league.
Typical Palm Beach Currumbin style football, keeping the ball alive. They're probably the entertainers of the local comp. Here we go with the centre three-quarter, Chris Ingle going down the right-hand touchline, turned it back inside, went through a few sets of hands before McDermott got it. Then they moved through Icon, and he found Appo in support. Good football all the way around by all the players.
Gee, I like the look of the 6. Ben Icon. Keebra Park. As you mentioned, Billy, of course, former player with the Bulldogs and also the Seagulls. A few players in that 72 side you would have played a bit of football against.
Yeah, there was Rod Patterson, the coach from Palm Beach Currumbin, in illustrious company with, of course, Craig Young and Ian Schubert and a few guys like that running around.
But right now, it's Palm Beach Currumbin in possession, and they use it now through their centre, Rexon, and Rexon brought to ground. 5 metres in from touch. 5 short of the 30. Stack gets a pass away. Palm Beach now brought to ground on the 30. Through McDermott.
They've played once before that I've seen this season, both these sides, and there was a narrow win to Palm Beach, to Keebra Park on that occasion. Obviously, Palm Beach Currumbin trying to even the score.
Last tackle, they decide to run it. Quick hands from the dummy half. He goes very, very close, the fullback Egan. It was very well read by Matthew Taylor, though, the dummy half. And I'm sitting next to a pretty good dummy half, Billy Johnston. But it was really quick work from Taylor on the play. Here it is here. Taylor with the football there. And he really acts as an extra playmaker, doesn't he, in this Palm Beach side?
And I must say, good work by Chris Sinclair, the hooker from Keebra Park, to come across and cover defence and take the fullback into touch.
Chris Sinclair, also a City under-17s 93 rep. They work to the 20. This is the 11, Jim York wearing the headgear. York in the headgear makes it over the 30 to within 18 metres of the halfway line. It goes back now. Zara with the football, can't get the kick in. Pressure was great, ball went forward. Scrum will go down. Good bustling defence.
Yeah, Jared Fox on that occasion, the lock forward for Palm Beach Currumbin. Got a very high work rate, that boy, and he did good work then getting out from marker and putting a lot of pressure on the kicker.
Scrum, won by Zara. Rather the halfback, very much like Field. They've won it against the head to Keebra Park. 10 metres short of the halfway, 15 in from touch. Here comes Gabriel, the captain. Gets between runners, sucks 3 defenders, then gets a ball away. A flick pass that comes off. I believe it might be York with the football. Few of the lads out there with the headgear on. In fact, it's the 8. On that occasion, it's Middlebush. Now Ning cuts out one. He picks up the second runner. He's outside centre. And now a chance for that far winger, Scott Faflick. And Faflick brought to ground. 38 metres out from Palm Beach line. They use it now through field and through the hands this time. They take the tackle through Middlebosh. They get the kick in. It's a good-looking kick from Zara. Again pushing it into that far corner in the Seagulls Leagues Club section of this stadium. Palm Beach on the attack now, working out of the 20. There's nothing in this in the opening half. 0-0 the scoreline.
Feature of play so far from Keebra Park for me has been the ability of the front rower, John Gabriel, to unload. I don't think we've seen him go to ground with the football once yet.
This is the centre, Carl Rickson, and Rickson toying with that far touchline. Taking in a good tackle. Now they use it. This is the tail of the captain, the hooker, and now back inside for Ike, and he chips ahead for himself. He's got support there. Good tackle, good chase all round from the halves. McDermott and Eichen were there and they made the tackle. Keebra Park now back on the attack. Sinclair to dummy half. He uses York and he takes the tackle. A metre short of the halfway, 10 in from touch. Dressing room side of Seagull Stadium, big hit. Big hit, well, it looked okay. There was no malice in it. The referee has seen otherwise. We may see it again for the Commonwealth Bank. Here it is, Billy.
Jeremy Smith on Brad Middlebosh. Pretty good contact, I thought, Mark.
Look, here it is again. Gee, there was nothing wrong with that for mine.
May have been too violent.
Well, we know that they're cracking down on the high shots, but there was nothing wrong with that. I thought it was a good ball and all tackle. 3-1 the penalties. Palm Beach Currumbin. Now St Clair, a hooker with plenty of wraps on him. Middlebosh takes it forward, makes the hard yards. Again, Jared Fox makes the tackle. Gabriel, he goes forward, marching onward, asking his troops to follow him as they work the blind side. Here's a chance for Keebra Park. Will they go into touch? They do on the third play, and they'd have to be disappointed with that.
Two props set it up with a good couple of good rolling rucks there. I don't think they opened the blind side up far enough to put their set play on, though, and there was a good solid defence from Palm Beach Currumbin with the fullback Ian coming over the top, giving Cole a hand out.
Scrum goes down on the 10-metre line. Palm Beach win it. This is the fullback Egan, chiming into the back line. Eichen, been a standout player for Palm.
He's got a very good set of hands, Mark.
Back to the open. The ball was always going to be hard to take. It was high on the shoulders of John Snip. Here it is again. Yeah, just hit him on that right shoulder.
Yeah, defence advancing pretty quick. Snippy may have had a peek.
Big push this time from Palm Beach. Eichen turns his back on the defence. He's wrapped up and put to ground by Zara. They move it. Very wide blindside. He toys with it. Brad Egan makes 10 metres. 10 in from touch on the 30-metre line. Rickson straight into the attack. Brought to ground by the lock forward Willis. They're 10 short of the halfway now. This is the 11. Oh, good defence. Di Giovanni ran into an awaiting shoulder of Middlebosh. And now Keebra Park come up with the football through some pretty solid defence. 6 more tackles. Gabriel, where are his men following him?
Yeah, well, we've seen on previous occasions John Gabriel's willingness to unload the ball, and on that occasion we see a knock on the dummy half area, but certainly Middlebosh and Gabriel look like two guys that'll cart Keebra Park forward, cart them over the advantage line all day, and I think that Keebra Park should certainly try and capitalise on that.
Okay, now they've got a back line set on a rather wide line, so they were really in the middle of the field, weren't they? But prepare to use the football. I like this boy Eichen. Oh, this time I've mocked him. It's been knocked down. Referee will call it back for sure. But Zara, he's been around and been very busy, and very good kicking game too.
Yeah, Zara and Steve Ning, probably two of the more experienced guys on the field here today, and I expect as the game settles down and get towards the end of this half, we'll see them use that experience and exploit some of these back line moves.
Well, last year our player of the year was Andrew Doonerman, and I believe you've got him wrapped up here at the Gold Coast on scholarship, but he's going to finish his schooling, which is pleasing to see.
Harristown High School product will continue at Harristown this year, and we'll see him down here in the off-season looking to go ahead with his football at Seagulls.
And I believe his older brother Ian is now currently playing A-grade football under scholarship with the Seagulls.
Yeah, that's correct.
So Palm Beach Currumbin, 2 more sides. A threat to this year's cup as Smith takes it forward. Jeremy Smith. The dummy half is York. Switch of play, they come the blind. This is Rickson. Inside ball for Icon. He's been dangerous all day. He crosses the 20. Desperate defence from Dion Field. He's looking for runners now. Where are they? Standing flat-footed. Smith takes it forward.
Should have continued the wrap on the right then, Palm Beach. They had him outnumbered at least 5-1.
McDermott. Now for Icon. Good hands for Di Giovanni. Open pastures for the 3 Eagle. He'll score. And they've got cheer girls and they've got the coach, and the cheer girls are very happy on the sideline. But Palm Beach Currumbin, they lead 4 points to 0. We'll see it again for the Commonwealth Bank. Take us through it, Billy Johnston.
Maybe one ruck too late, Mark. They went the other way, but when they did come back to the right-hand side of the field, they still had them outnumbered. Just a matter of quick hands. Ingle over, out wide.
Here it is again, through the hands of the halfback.
McDermott took it to him, then it was quick hands through Icon again to Di Giovanni, who give it to Ingle in open spaces. Not much work to do, just put it down.
Di Giovanni showing tremendous hands. He really committed the defence.
Second row was caught out fairly wide, but did the job required.
Big man running wide. Fairly mobile sort of lad, though. This conversion attempt taken a metre back from the 22, about 4 in from touch, and the boy trying to convert it is Jared Fox. The 9 cameras taking you right in close.
Jared was captain of the Seagulls Harold Matthews Shield side last year and very successful in his kicking duties there.
Okay, let's see how he goes here. Side breeze behind his back. He hits this one. You're a good judge, Billy. Just waved away. Certainly can kick, though, from out wide. Palm Beach Currumbin 4, Keebra Park High 0 on the Commonwealth Bank Cup. So Keebra Park, I know, Billy, that many good judges from the area are very keen on their chances before this game.
Well, certainly they've been one of the form schools on the coast at the start of this year, and I wouldn't discount them by any means right now.
Palm Beach Currumbin, though, now they've got their tails in the air, and they've got a sniff. Certainly the underdogs, he does well to take that. Di Giovanni, he's having a good first half. 3 metres short of the halfway. He didn't take his eyes off the football for a moment and really put his body on the line. There was plenty of troops there for Keebra Park. That was a good play.
Yeah, Di Giovanni showed a lot of ticker, actually, because he's under a lot of pressure. 8 minutes to go in the half. Can Palm Beach Currumbin hold on?
8.5 minutes left. This goes back for the 15. My program says Andrew Hall. Hall now returns the football, tries to get away from the centre. Ingle is chasing, and eventually the troops are there in the form of Jared Fox. He makes the tackle. From dummy half, this is Zara. Zara runs across field and then straightens the attack. Keebra Park, no panic at this stage. They play it. Gabriel now, he'll be looking for his support as he gets a ball away. It's knocked down by a Palm Beach Currumbin player. Appo's there. He comes up with it. And 6 tackles to boot. The halfback this time is McDermott. They use it. This has stacked the big front rower, towering boy. Into dummy half goes Field. He's got runners inside and out. He gives it this time for Taylor. Taylor to within 10 metres of the line. Will they use it? They do. McDermott away through Icon for his centre 3/4. This is Rickson. Rickson back inside, manages to get a ball away. So Palm Beach now, they've got a smell of it. Rickson from dummy half. Standing on the blind side is the halfback McDermott. McDermott steps off the left. He comes back off the right. It's on the ground, and Keebra Park, they're off the hook.
Yeah, good attack by Palm Beach. Probably spoiled a bit at the end there by a loose pass, but they've got Keebra Park under plenty of pressure at this stage. I just see a replacement on there. Grant Nuttall looks like he's replaced Middlebosh.
There he is, Greg Lenton, coach for Keebra Park, on the sideline. So, of course, in 1993, Another big year for the Cup, and the Queenslanders will play their part. As shown here today, Fox for the line. He's half a metre in from touch. He's a metre short. Appo from dummy half. They use it now. McDermott swivels and tries to dart back the same direction. Appo dummy half. Taylor standing one off. Now he uses it. This time for Di Giovanni. He takes it 10 metres out. Nearly the centre of Seagulls Stadium. Taylor across field, fades and dummies inside, picks up Rickson. Rickson a good ball, picked up again. He reaches out this time, Ingle. That's class football. And the supporters put their hands together. Oh, magic stuff from Palm Beach Currumbin. They scoot away, they lead 8-0.
Very good football by the hooker, Matt Taylor there. Took off straight across field, realised Keebra Park was short, very short out wide. Then Carl Rickson hit the hole, stood in the tackle. The pass went loose, but Chris Ingle was there to pick up the crumbs. That's his second try for the day. There we go.
Here it is again for the Commonwealth Bank. Good arm extension and throws the hand in the air.
So some pressure coming on from Palm Beach Currumbin all the way through.
Chris Ingle. Second try.
Been the right man in the right spot, Mark, both times. Not much work to do, but certainly give him the 4 pointers, and that's added advantage for his side. 5 minutes to go before the break. They're up 8-0 at this stage.
So Keebra Park in the in-goal area, conference time. Now, we've been tipped into this boy, Jared Fox. He won't take us for surprise if he gets this one. This is from his good angle too, right-footed around the corner. Better angle for him. There it is. That's how we see it. Moves into it. Total concentration. Looks nice off the boot. Again, just waved away. So no success yet off the boot, but I'll tell you what, they're in front of the scoreboard. Commonwealth Bank Cup football, Palm Beach Currumbin. They lead 8-0 on Nine's Wide World of Sports. So the restart now. Saw Grant Nuttall leaving the field. I think he might have been a blood bin replacement. Might have been Middleboss, actually. You were talking about that earlier. Billy. Keebra Park now with a chance. Well, this game has just gone from one end of the field to the other. Been played at a very good pace too. St Clair is the dummy half. St Clair again. Gabriel, where's his runners? He's looking for them. Palm Beach are a wake up to him. They're 12 metres out from the Palm Beach line. They use it this time through field, and Ning, and now Zara. An outside play, an inside play. Dummies once, picks up another. Ning scoops up the gatherings. It was a set play that went, well, what's he done there? Well, he threw that football away, it almost looked like. A play that went terribly wrong, but they ended up in possession.
Yeah, the referee's ruled he's just dropped the ball, Stephen Ning. We've seen Brad Inskip chime into the back line there for the first time. And Brad, of course, will be well known to Canterbury supporters as the son of the former fullback down there, Pete Inskip.
Now Palm Beach Currumbin, and in 1993, Billy, the Commonwealth Bank Cup, $5,000 on Cup final night from the people at Phillips will go to the winning school, and we appreciate that. $3,000 to the runners-up. We see an indiscretion there and a penalty going with Palm Beach. And the player of the year will receive $1,000 worth of leisure wear, playing gear, training gear from those people at Deodora in the 1993 Commonwealth Bank Cup, with over 444 sides and 21 internationals to date. And the list will grow. Too many great players tonight. What a grounding it has been. And I know that you've been involved with a fair few sides, even when your days with Canterbury, you used to help out with the Fairfield Patrician Brothers sides, and now we can disclose that.
Yeah, that was correct, and had some success there too, we might add.
Great ball for Icon. I'm sorry, Billy. Well, didn't go forward. He's bringing it back. If it came off, well, it was a pass that MG Geyer would be proud of. Here it is.
Jeremy Smith takes him on. Tries to get it around the corner there. Just a bit late for Benny Eichen.
Ning. Solid defence. 7-2 the scrums. Tells a story. Taking it forward is York. But the defence is there, and I don't know, I could be wrong. They seem to be slowing up a little bit, Keebra Park.
Well, it's been a fairly torrid pace so far, and we're inside the last minute of the first half. They get 10 minutes, I think we'll come see them come out firing in the second half again.
So to play it now is Brad Middlebosh. Through the hands of Field, and now for Ning, and Zara now looks for support. He steps off the right, he beats one. The defence is there in the form of Smith, and they make the tackle in company with Taylor. Chips over the top for himself. Can he regather? He does so. It comes off a hand though. Palm Beach come up with it. So Brad Egan plays it. 40 seconds left in the first half. Hard to please if you haven't enjoyed schoolboy rugby league to date today. Now he's stopped it here for some reason. I didn't pick that one up. He's ruled it forward, eh?
Yeah, the pass went forward from the dummy half to Jared Fox. They're just taking a bit too mistiming the run on the advantage line there. So probably the last chance Keebra's going to get to put points on the board in this first half.
Ning puts it to ground. Another scrum, frustrating for the 5'8". Going into half-time, Billy, of course, that second half is always a different story, but young 5'8" Eichen, geez, looking good to date. We'll go to Oranges and take a drink. And at half-time on the Commonwealth Bank Cup, there's the cheer girls from Palm Beach Currumbin. They lead 8-0, and the girls will be happy. We'll be back with the second half right after this. They are in front, don't worry about that. Here we go. Yes, and welcome back. Well, Billy Johnston, the statistics, they certainly do tell a story. And missed tackles, they're fairly even, but take us through them.
Going Palm Beach Currumbin's way, and I think that's the tale of the first half. The amount of possession Palm Beach Currumbin have had, they lead the scoreboard 8-0, and certainly the scrums going their way 7-3, one tight head each, I think. But I think the amount of ball Palm Beach Currumbin had, they should be satisfied with that scoreline of 8-0.
So there's the statistics, and probably the scrums are the biggest thing to come out of that, 7-3. And so it's Palm Beach Currumbin. Di Giovanni getting involved and starting off where he left off. As they make a surge and go over halfway, this is the fullback Egan. He's got the fullback at 6s and 7s. Magnificent tackle by the Keebra Park hooker St Clair. And now in possession. Oh, he cut them the ribbons, Brad Egan.
Brad Egan just skirted away from dummy half, found a huge gap close to the ruck in the Keebra defence. Terrific work by, here we see Egan taking off, steps off the right foot and got straight between, looked like Jimmy York.
There it is from Brad Egan. We've got a change in referees here. He's pulled a hamstring and now is taking up the touchline. So we've got a new referee on the field. So very versatile touch, Judge. He's out in the middle now.
Many footballers over the years would have wished that on a referee, Mark, wouldn't they?
I'm glad you said it. He was doing a good job too. So Gabriel, they work the blind side this time, and they make it to the 30. Into dummy half of St Clair. Through the hands of Field and Nang, and he gets a good ball away, holds it up nicely. Palm Beach really going up a gear in the early minutes of the second half. I'm sure their coach would have had plenty to say at halftime. Appo, room to move. He looks dangerous to me. Makes it over the halfway grid line. Rickson running across field, then straightening. Manages to evade the tackle of 2 and 3. Di Giovanni really doing as he pleases out there. Committing defenders and then putting his outside men in holes. McDermott through the hands of Icon. Well, he did well to hang on to it, Rex, and he was crunched in the tackle of Armstrong. These two centres have had a ding-dong go at each other all afternoon. Appo plays it. Dummy half McDermott. Back it goes this time. Egan puts the kick into the far corner, trickles into touch, and the scrum will go down. We're seeing fantastic rugby league.
Very bright opening by Brad Egan, the fullback. First of all, the nice break, 50-metre break downfield, and then also a terrific little chip over the top, just got the ball in touch.
So, Tweed goes with field. Referee wants it again. Gabriel trying to get his head in. There it is. Our cameras take you right in close. Hall comes away from the back of the scrum. Icon made the tackle in company with Fox. Now they're in the centre of the stadium. Keebra Park are hemmed down here. Palm Beach Currumbin, they're not letting them off the hook. Gabriel makes it over the 20 and keeps on going. Has played strong. They persist the blind. No, they come the open from dummy half. Away comes St Clair. From dummy half, field for Ning. Ning trying to get outside runners, then looking for support. It came off the shoe of Hall. Palm Beach now in possession. Frustration a little bit for the Keebra Park 5'8" Ning. He's made a couple of errors.
Yeah, Steve Ning not having the happiest day. He's got probably 26 minutes to make a stamp on this game and improve a few things that he hasn't done so well today.
Just keep on coming back to the boy in 6. He's done as he pleased, Icon, and the two centres, Ingle and Rickson, they look dangerous as well as Jeremy Smith gets the legs pumping away and goes inside the 20. Now they look for support. They go wide through McDermott. The run around with Icon. Icon picks it up. Spilt ball into the job. He's put the ball on the ground. His players on his side have realised they were in an offside position. Keebra Park come up with possession and the scrum will go down.
Comedy of errors, but we're seeing Palm Beach Currumbin dominate the territorial advantage in this second half so far. We'll see if Keebra Park can sustain their defence.
Icon makes his first mistake of the game. Really, he pinched someone early, the other referee that is. We've got another one for stealing the football, and I thought that one was a little bit worse than that offence. However, Keebra Park, they're on the attack. They're going to work the blind. Now from dummy half goes St Clair. Looking dangerous around the rucks. Dummy half middle Bosch. They use it now through field, and Ning the run around with Zara. He cuts out one, gets between another, still going. Good work from Zara. They keep it alive through field, and now Gabriel to the halfway. They're not making many yards though. Middle Bosch eventually straightens it. Palm Beach, they're hanging on. Gabriel gets up, plays it forward, no marker. Zara puts the kick in, comes off a Palm Beach player. 6 more tackles, open passes for field, inside for Ning. He gets it away for another player. I believe it's the 5 in Bafflick, and it's a try. The new referee, Andrew Fortescue, awards 4 points. Well, that's opportunistic to say the least. 8-4, they're back in the ball game.
We'll see Scotty Zara kick the ball, rebounded off a Palm Beach Currumbin guy. Gabriel get it, held off a tackle by Appo, then unloaded to Field. Field had a host of plays that he could have picked out. Picked out Faflick, the winger. 15 metres to run, no one in front of him.
What about the big man? He went high, Gabriel.
Well, Gabriel, as we said earlier in the day, has constantly unloaded some good passes for his support players. We thought the supports had dropped off a bit, but certainly on that occasion, they come out of the woodwork.
Goal successful, 8-6 the scoreline. Palm Beach Currumbin, noses in front on the Commonwealth banker. So he's still chewing the nails. A look of frustration. That's the coach's look.
Phil Gould look, I think it's called.
Billy. So, there's football into the 20-metre area. Middle Bosch takes it forward. Makes some yards. He's done the hard work, this boy. Awful error for dummy half from St Clair. He knew exactly what he was going to do. Unfortunately, the hands didn't react as quickly.
Yeah, Chris Sinclair, only a newcomer to the Gold Coast, played Matthew Shield for Parramatta a couple of years ago.
Blindside play. Had the reserve in Brown, Adam Brown. They continue. Second rower, Jeremy Smith brought to ground. Digiovanni, what can he do this time? Tries to squeeze it out. Aiken jogging on the spot, puts it under the sticks, no try. And we'll have the scrum 10 metres out, pressure galore. But Palm Beach have found it no trouble at all to get back up inside this area.
I think there might have been a Keebra Park hand in there to tip the ball out of Digiovanni's hands.
Field feeds it, and he gets it. He's tackled by Rickson. Dummies the blind this time and goes himself. Brad Inskip, geared fullback. Middle Bosch steams over the 30. They're in the centre of Seagulls Stadium, and they use it. Gabriel short ball for Ning. Zara's a danger man, and that's a great ball. Here's another chance. This time it's Armstrong over the 20. Great tackle. Magnificent tackle. We'll catch up with that one shortly. Boy down injured is Taylor. What a magnificent tackle. I know it was a great run, but here it is. What a magnificent tackle from Egan.
The fullback, of course, in good cover, but Keebra Park now starting to show their attacking wares, spreading the ball a lot wider and catching Palm Beach Currumbin out on the edges.
Palm Beach Currumbin, Appo plays it. They make it to the 20. Good hard running on this occasion from the 12. Jeremy Smith played strong all day. Little bit of a fumble from dummy half, but Taylor, the captain, he has been by no means overshadowed by his counterpart St Clair. Two really good hookers, and there we saw the coach for Palm Beach, Rod Patterson.
Ding-dong battle of hookers all day. Now we see Smith rake the ball back.
So Palm Beach Currumbin, Digiovanni, they use it. Middle Bosch, rather snip. Well, that's good football. To get away with it, I mean. Appo looks to pass, he didn't need to. Snip cleans up. 6 more tackles. McDermott into the way. He's got Rickson with plenty of toe. A base one inside for Appo. That's a try. Palm Beach Currumbin. He made a mistake just moments ago, Appo, but he's more than made up for it with a superb try, but put on by Carl Rickson. I think you're going to hear a bit more about a lot of the players you're seeing on display on the Commonwealth Bank Cup from Seagull Stadium.
McDermott out from dummy half, showed a good right foot step, got it away to Rickson, showed plenty of speed and a good fend. And Erwin Appo just looms up on the inside, and that's a 4-pointer for the young chap.
Here it is again, the front-on shot, Billy.
Big step by McDermott. Little dummy, then got it to Rickson. Good fend by Rickson. Played President's Cup for Seagulls last year and has gone back to school. Showed plenty of skill there. Erwin Appo pretty happy with the whole show.
What about the gang tackle they've put on each other?
It'll be the hardest Erwin's been hit all day.
Erwin Appo, wing 3-quarter and try scorer, and now a chance for Jared Fox. 8 metres in from touch, a metre back from the 22. Kicking into a slight breeze. There is a wrap on him. He's got the white bike shorts on. Can he make this one successful? He hasn't had an easy one to date. This time he hits it. It's coming around. Oh, dear, just away. He's having no luck off the boot. 12 points to 6. Palm Beach over Keebra Park. Now here's the 6 more tackles, and again Appo with the football there. He put it to ground, and they got 6 more out of it, Billy, and that was the turning point.
Yeah, the referee was in good position, was obscured from our view, and the referee ruled the 6 to go, when Palm Beach Currumbin took immediate advantage of it.
14 off Nuttall for Keebra Park. Rather Brown. Just getting my reserves mixed up there. Adam Brown off for Palm Beach Currumbin. Oh no, how cruel it is! Keebra Park, they've come up with it. I don't think they can believe their luck. Now what's the referee going to decide?
Touch and goal.
Yeah, touch and goal. It's going to be the line dropout for sure and certain.
We've got a small problem over the other side, Marcus. The former referee who pulled the hamstring is having a bit of trouble scooting down that sideline there.
Yes, he was having trouble, Billy. I still think, how would you go with him over the hump?
Being the only chance, I think.
So Palm Beach with the dropout. Middle Bosch. Put to ground. Di Giovanni. If there's been a better forward on the field, I'd like to know. Gabriel for Keebra Park has played strong. The Seagulls for Palm Beach really starting to rise to the occasion. They're in the middle of Seagulls Stadium from dummy half St Clair and through fields for Ning. Steaming onto it. Oh, he holds it up. I thought he was going to give the football for Armstrong. Now Fields goes himself, jinking run. Oh, magic ball! What a ball for Zara! What a magic ball! He has swallowed a magic wand, this boy. That was absolutely magic. Let's see it, Billy Johnston.
Yeah, Dion Fields showed the bit of the light, fantastic there. We'll see the ball being played, comes out to field, stands up the defence, got around Snip, and then a shrill, beautiful pass to Zara. Zara backing up right in the right spot, pretty happy about that too.
What about the dozen uppercuts? Here it is again, the front-on shot for the Commonwealth Bank.
Phil, come out, showed some good evasion skills, must just heard the call, threw it straight around the corner.
Now that's communication. You reckon Zara wasn't happy? Conversion successful. This one is coming right down to the wire. 12 all. We're locked up at Seagulls Stadium on Nine's Wide World of Sports. So only early into this year's competition, culminating in late August on Cup final night. But already we're seeing two very good sides. And this time Jeremy Smith and Middle Bosch, they met in a collision and a half on the 20. Gabriel using his weight to his advantage and struggling and crawling towards the 40. This could be a replacement on for Keebra Park. They use it from field to dummy half for Zara. Zara drives it inside the 20. It's a good-looking kick. This is going to nearly stop in the in-goal area. Now it forces them to run it back. Palm Beach Currumbin, magic tackle by Zara. He kicks ahead for himself. He gets there. That's a try. That's 4 points. Yep, no doubt about it. Well, he's just turned. He has absolutely snapped young Zara. He can't do anything wrong.
We said earlier in the day, Zara and Ning, two of the very experienced players for Keebra Park High School here. We see the ball on the ground, quite legitimate. And they won the race for the ball here, Scotty Zara. And he throws a few uppercuts again.
Here it is again. Egan brought it back. Zara gets up. And again, nothing wrong with that.
Ball on the ground, perfectly legal.
Oh, how would you be a coach? How are Palm Beach behind? Zara, 2 tries.
Well, opposed to the first half, Mark, Keebra Park now taking advantage of their good play. In the first half, we've seen them on many occasions do some good things, but then it break down with simple errors. Second half has been the opposite. They've been taking advantage of, they've been going on with any good work they've done, any good lead-up work.
Okay. The orange fluoro mouthguard, very trendy these days. A bit of concentration. Moves into it. He hits it nicely. Up go the flags. That's what he wanted. That's what Keebra Park wanted too. They're in front. And here it is again for the Commonwealth Bank. This is what's done the job for them. And that is a try, and he really had to stick out the arm like an extension ladder. 18 points to 12, Keebra Park, Palm Beach Currumbin on the 9 network. The restart. Back they come through St Clair. The fence was there for Palm Beach. Currumbin trying to get the big shots on is Glenn Stack. Made 2 in a row. Di Giovanni was in there also on the play before last. Over the top came Smith on that occasion. Now they're not going to play any nonsense football. Zara, who has kicked well all game, does himself and his team a favour and sends Egan into his in-goal area. He comes back, he makes it over the 10-metre line, but only just.
See how he plays the ball this time. I don't think there'll be any errors.
No, classic example. It's happened a couple of times in this game too. You've got to get that hand in front of the football.
Yeah, certainly. Now Palm Beach Currumbin have got the pressure on them. They've got to work it out of their own 20. Keebra with their nose in front, tackling like demons.
We've got 11:42 on the clock, and it's going to be great stuff. Stack takes it forward. They'll be looking for their 5'8" icon. He's standing on the outside that time. He's the danger player for sure and certain at this stage. Back for the clearing kick, and Rickson does his side a favour. Drives it back towards the 20. It's picked up now by Faflick. Faflick comes back. Can he beat one? He can't. It's a great tackle by Jared Fox. Good chase. The fullback, Inskep. To the 30. Gabriel, I'd like to see his hit-ups. He's made plenty of them. St Clair now, they're going through the motions, starting to look like a very, very disciplined side.
Yeah, earlier in the day we mentioned that their discipline had let them down, which they're renowned for, Keebra Park, but now they've just playing it out of their own safety first football, put a big kick on the end of it. Good charge down by Smith.
Charge down. Will Palm Beach get it? No, it came up a Palm Beach player. Referee does the right thing and plays the advantage. So, and now a penalty taking the pressure right off. Glenn Stack is down. Glenn Stack is down for Palm Beach Currumbin. Getting up now, he's played all right too.
Been a hard afternoon for the 2 front rows from Palm Beach Currumbin, Snip and Stack. They've been a fair bit of size they've given away to Middlebosh and Gabriel, and very constructive to the Keebra Park front rowers. Here we see Middlebosh taking it forward again.
Yeah, Billy, you really, it all comes back to that, and you probably talk about it every week. Your forwards must lay the foundation, but both these packs have done tremendous jobs.
Yeah, they've sort of cancelled each other out. I mean, there's only 6 points in it. Anything could happen yet.
This is Gabriel, one of the forwards we've been talking about, allowed to stand on this occasion. Back through Fields, and now for Nings. Things starting to go his way a little bit now. The blue headgear on the 5'8". From dummy half for Fields. Fields darts himself. He's wrapped up by his opponent in McDermott. Dragged back to the 20. Now Ning trying to work something himself. He gets a ball away. That was an awful looking pass. No way could Armstrong take it. Scrum will go down. Palm Beach will get the loose in the feed. Yeah. Here it is.
Steve Ning coming across the field. Did throw a real good pass to Armstrong, and Hall couldn't handle it either. So Palm Beach in a position to get out of strife here. Hard set of 6 for him.
Well, St Clair. Well, he got him for feet across. They're talking about making a scrum a contest. I was about to say, gee, that was great work from the hooker. Have a look at it, Billy. He dead set got the leg out and did a great job.
Yeah, after the strike had been won by Taylor, St Clair got his foot in behind.
Now been penalised for it. You would have been proud of it. He hasn't found the line. Well, they're starting to dig their own trouble. York plays it, St Clair. He loses it. And another scrum goes down. To be fed by McDermott.
What's required from Palm Beach Currumbin here is that inside their own 20, they've got to play a good set of 6, get it down the other end and consolidate a bit with some good defence. Now they've come up with a knock on at dummy half.
These two sides that have played such tremendous football are now starting to panic. Keebra Park have got no worries at all. They're down the right end of the paddock. Their coach would be happy. Palm Beach have pushed the panic button with 7:43 on the clock, and they're coming up with all sorts of errors.
Conversely, now Keebra Park a chance to lock the game right up if they can put a good set on here and come up with a try.
Could be on two. Inskip bumps off one. He lost it. Egan came in and made the tackle. The tackle had to be made too, and it hurt the young boy. He's okay. He's up on his feet. Here it is. He copped a big forearm jolt.
We've seen a couple of cage killers in the last 5 minutes, haven't we, Mark?
Oh. What about his... That's been one of the highlights for me, his tackle over on the far touchline. On the runaway express Armstrong. Here's the feed now from McDermott. McDermott's got Ingles with him. Will he use him? No, he uses Appo. Appo will use it now. Now can he motor Ingles? He come away from one. He used the touchline. Stood in another. Appo put it down. Wow.
Well, that's
Just
schoolboy
not
football,
on.
isn't it? First tackle, and the boys have they're 6 points behind on the scoreboard, and they're playing like it's the last 10 seconds of the game, where in fact they've got over 6 minutes to go. Just panicking.
Finding a way to beat themselves after showing such outstanding skills. Field penalty. Penalty going in favour of Palm Beach. That could be the square up.
That doesn't happen, does it?
2 scrum penalties in the last 2 minutes. Rickson finds the line. 30 short of the Keebra Park line. Not their last chance, but they haven't got all that much time left. This boy taking the tap, DiGiovanni, has had an outstanding game. Replacement, no it's not, it's oh! The 10 Glen stack ran into a brick wall by the name of Gabriel. They switch from blind to open, and now Taylor takes it in the centre of the field. He'll play it now through the hands of McDermott from dummy half. Appo's gone without again. Well, dear oh dear. Tackles left, and they're handing this game over. Armstrong, can he motor? Here it is, look at this one. Just sit back. Oh, whooshki.
Sinclair and Gabriel, pretty good contact.
I'll tell you what, I felt that. So, field the dummy half, gets the heck out of him. Inside the 20-metre zone. Appo makes it outside of the danger zone. Rickson to dummy half. Beats 1 and 2. Runs into Jim York. Ingles from dummy half for Taylor. These players now, Palm Beach, they're just, look, you could throw a blanket over them. At the moment, they're looking very clustered. The chip ahead this time by the halfback, McDermott, but Field comes up with it and returns the football.
Don't think it's the play required, Mark. A few tackles left, chipping inside your own half. Now we've got Keebra Park come back on the attack. They'll settle it down, I feel.
Gee, I think this Palm Beach Currumbin side has given away so much size in the pack and done a tremendous job. But you've got to hand it to Keebra Park State High. They've come back, and only a good side will do that. They're in a pretty bad predicament. York will play it. Sinclair to dummy half as the sun shines through here at Seagulls Stadium. Ning goes without. Palm Beach will get the feed. Time ticking away. We've got 3:38 left on the clock. You're watching the Commonwealth Bank Cup in '93 on the 9 network. Field, they've got it against the head. Ning playing games with the halfback, bumps him off, but he's a game little fellow. Shannon McDermott eventually brings him to ground. This is Armstrong. Whoa! He hurt himself there, Ingles. He's walking towards the sideline. Not quite sure what happened, but he came out of the tackle very much worse for wear. DiGiovanni makes the tackle, and now Keebra Park. They're not finished with yet. Gabriel takes 3 and 4 defenders. That's been the story all afternoon.
Very strong performance by the whole front row of Keebra.
right in front. Drop goal attempt. It's there. Game, set, match. That's the 7-point buffer.
Scotty Zara has positioned himself very well, worked it for the centre of the post. It's the 7-point break they wanted. I know 2 minutes to go on the clock now. Palm Beach Currumbin, no way, in my opinion, can get back into it.
Zara now probably echoing the thoughts of his coach. Control the football, nothing silly. Well, how a game of rugby league can turn. And the pundits were right. The good judges thought Keebra Park could win this game.
I won't say a word there, Mark, but the game's not over. You know, it's all the old story till the fat lady sings.
She's warming up. Middle Bosch. Keebra Park going through the motion. York. 1 minute 39 left on the clock. Gabriel, I'd love to see his hit-ups. Handled the football at least once every set of 6. Zara has done a fantastic job off the boot. Stays in the field of play. Now he's called it out in goal, so that he'll come back to the 20 restart with the tap. Here it is now. It has gone out in goal.
Touched the line, and the new touch judge on the other side have made that decision, Mark.
Oh, new touch judge. Mr. Betros has gone back to the sheds and the rubbing table. He's icing up the hammy. From dummy half goes Jeremy Smith. The game that could have been. For Palm Beach, a face ball. And now even Taylor can't handle it. He's had an enormous game. 40 seconds left. Penalty goes with Keebra Park State High. Crowd starting to fill up at Seagulls. The Palm Beach Currumbin Seagulls haven't stopped dancing. McDermott with the feed. 7-point buffer, time ticking away. We're inside the last 3 seconds. Short ball this time for Icon, now for Rappo. Rappo room to move. They're not finished with, they want to throw it around a little bit more. The lock forward, he lets it go. Now Zara gets up and returns volley. The referee has called it back, knock on. It's all over. Keebra Park State High go a step further in the 93 Cup. They've run out winners, victors, 19 points to 12 over a very game Palm Beach Currumbin side.